everybody? Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm on 145th Street. 145th Street. And you always hear, I remember when that was Smiling Billy. That's what that was. That was Smiling Billy over there. That's what the store was. And this was a bus depot. I remember this was a bus depot. 145th Street bus depot. The bus shop used to sit there. And everybody was talking about Willie Burger. Willie Burger was just right here. But I don't know too much about Willie Burger. I remember it was here. I never ate there. I never used to hang out right here. I didn't hang out here. But I remember Willie Burger being right here. But upstairs was the gym. That's why I came back to New York. I came back to New York to go to the boxing gym. It was a boxing gym upstairs. That's what I came back to. I came back to go to this gym, but when I came back, I really wasn't feeling that gym. I wound up going to the Bronx. I wound up going to Webster PAL, and that's where I boxed out of Webster PAL. But there was a gym upstairs, up there. I forgot what that laundromat was. But Willie Burger used to be right here, and upstairs was the gym. Boxing gym. That used to be a bar. That was a bar. I forgot what that was. That was a bar. And this used to be right there. Over there was the Ponderosa. It was a smoke spot. And right on the corner was the barber shop. And that's the barbershop I used to cut hair in. My daughter's mother used to work in this beauty salon. She did hair. She worked in a beauty salon. It was called Redley's back then. Ross, what's up? Ross. Yeah, it's right here somewhere. And I used to be over there. My barbershop was over there. And that was a cleaners. That was a cleaners. That's, we'll say food and jelly. That was a cleaners. I remember when Mr. Chick used to, remember Mr. Chick? Used to be Mr. Chick Center in one of these doors. I forgot which one. That's where the girls used to go practice the African dancing. And me and Estos, we used to go in there, and that's where we used to print our t-shirts. Estos used to print, that's when Melvin used to, Melvin had a barber shop right there. Melvin cut hair with us for a little while. And then he got his own shop up there in the block. But back when I was Mr. Chick's, that's where the girls used to go in there and dance. They used to go in there and do the African dances. And we used to go in there and print the t-shirts. And we used to print the t-shirts and then walk from here to 125th Street with the t-shirts in our arm trying to sell them. We used to have t-shirts that said, "Sucker never play me." We had one that said, "Hi bitch, bye bitch." Yeah, one had the Philly Blunt t-shirt was the one that really took off. Everybody was walking around with Philly Blunt t-shirts. That was us that used to make them shirts. Them Philly Blunt t-shirts. Yep. I forgot what all this shit was. Alright, y'all. Let me go. So tell you. Like I was saying. I don't know who you was. You look way different out here, bro. But like I was saying, back out there on 145th Street, I'm on 141st. I just cut here on 144th Street, like I told you. And around 145th Street, the gym, I didn't go to that gym. I wound up not going there. I wound up going to one in the Bronx. But Carl the Truth Williams was a heavyweight contender. He used to go to that gym. He used to always come over there. He was from Yonkers. I think he's from Yonkers. He would always come over there and get his hair cut. And Melvin used to cut his hair. Carl the Truth Williams. He got knocked out by Tyson. He fought Tyson. I think Carl just passed away. Carl Williams, that was his name. And yeah, he used to get his hair cut at that, he used to train at that gym on 145th Street. And he used to get his hair in our barbershop. A lot of guys, we was right next door to the smoke spot. That was a well-known smoke spot. So a lot of guys used to come, crisscross. One day I came to the barbershop early in the morning. I cut crisscross hair. The one that passed away, died from overdose. I cut his hair, cut Lauryn Hill hair from the Fugees. That's why you see me with that picture with me and Lauryn Hill. Yep, I went to barber school and everything. and wound up coming back to New York City to cut hair. I said, yeah, I'm going back to cut hair in New York. Yeah. All right, y'all. Oh, dear.